going forward, because whilst you can do the low-hanging fruit and you can work on one-on-one, the technological world that we're in means that you can spread the word, whether it's through a Facebook group or, podcasts like this, or wherever you want to take it, you have the potential. And then it becomes like what's a trickle at the beginning, where you get a few people going, I've heard about that Simon, and he does this and this and this, and actually I'm interested in what you're doing, and people start coming to you. After a while, it's a tsunami coming in your direction, because what you're doing is you're helping people see their world in a different way and a better way. And if you imagine you're not chasing the dollar, if you imagine you've got other people around you that want the same thing as you, if you imagine you've got clients coming to you that are really happy because they know you've got their best interests at heart, everything becomes easier. Everything becomes easier. It's a nicer place to go to work. You're not on your own. You've got other people to support you. You've got clients who are happy to recommend you and are raving fans for you. And you'll find you're getting more money in the long run. So why would you want to do it the old way? But it's just coming out of that, this is what I know, this is what's working just about, not really, I should have more money, but I don't know, I can work more hours. So that's what I have to do, is I'll work on Saturdays and maybe something more. That's exhausting. Be brave enough to go, there is another way. And that's what you're sharing with people, to give them that opportunity to.
I know personal trainers who the entry level fee for starting to work with them is 4 figures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you contrast that with personal trainers at most of the main gyms who you might pay £30 for a personal training session. The personal trainer gets about 8 of that. The rest goes to the rest goes to the organisation.
Yeah.
Now you contrast that, and that's huge. This is the difference here of somebody realising their value and what they charge because they get results. Okay. To somebody, most of the people starting out in the industry, they get carried up in this fear and scarcity thing because that's the environment in which they join.
Yeah. I know a guy about 4 years ago, I think he was charging something like £10,000 for a 6-week course. Yeah. What was really unusual about him is obviously he was collaborating with other people. There was a nutritionist he brought in, various other massage therapists and people. Yeah. But he also charged £2,000 on top, and that was a fee for damage limitation, damage to his reputation. Because if you're doing this course, you will come out and it will have worked for you, no options, because you have done everything that you are told to do, exactly when you go to sleep, when you wake up, when you go to the gym, what you eat, everything that is done for you for 6 weeks or 12 weeks, whatever it is. And then you will get a ripped body and muscles and all the rest of it. But if you haven't done everything the way I told you to do, and at the end of the 6 weeks, 12 weeks, you haven't got this body that I'm telling you you're going to have, I'm going to keep your £2,000. Because you haven't done as you should have done, and my reputation is at stake. So I'm going to keep your money. If you have done it, I'll give you that £2,000 back. Cool. I don't think he gives much money back, to be fair. I don't think he keeps the £2,000. I think he gives most of it back because they are so thrilled with what he's done for them. And previous to that, I think he was charged about 45 quid for a session. And now it's like,
going back to this energy thing, my colleague who was my very first coaching client, who I who's now coaches with me, the client she's attracting, and it is an attraction here because she's giving out a different message, saying different things, getting different results, doing things differently. Okay. Funny enough, the actual people that are appearing at her front door saying, "Can you help?" has completely changed. Funny that.
Usual. Interesting. So just to finish off, because we've been talking for nearly an hour, I would just like to find out, obviously you've become pivotal within the BeCollaboration community, but what would you like to see for you within BeCollaboration? How do you see it as helping you being part of the community?
At the moment, I'm in absorption mode. Really, yes, I've only been to 4 or 5, half a dozen meetings. So to be honest, I'm learning, and I learn something pretty well every meeting I go to. So I'm not really sure I have an answer to that. If we do another one of these in 6 months' time or a year, then maybe I'll have that answer. But because I think it's, but I've already made some great connections from through it.
Yes.
And I've met some amazing people who and some of the language that's being used, I'm starting to use now, because, as I say, we're working two parallel paths here.
Yes.
So I hear something said by somebody who's nothing to do with my industry, but they say something in a particular way, using a particular type of wording. And I think, my God, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say, but I've said it differently, and I'll try that. So I'm very much in learning mode at the moment, to be fair.
Lovely. Fantastic. Well, you've been learning wonderfully on a podcast, so thank you very much for coming along today. Just before we finish, just give us a little background about who Simon is, where he lives, and how to connect up with you. So have you got any family? Have you got any... Oops, sorry, throwing my camera around. Have you got any pets? Tell us a bit about you. Apart from badminton, do you still play badminton?
No, I don't really. It's something that's it's sort of a part of my life that's sort of gone now. I'm married to Jane. We live in Surrey. Got two grown-up kids who are in their early 20s. They've now moved away. We've got a bolt hole down on the south coast on Portsmouth Harbour where we're going to be going this weekend, where we just go and get out of the place. And so we'll be going down this weekend to spend the weekend down there. We try to go down there at least once a month, possibly twice a month.
Oh, yeah. It's not too far. How long does it take you to get there from Surrey?
Most of the time, about an hour and a half.
Okay. Our daughter lives in Portsmouth as well, so we often pop down there. Although pop is not the right word, really. But from Hertford to Portsmouth.
Yeah, a bit of a long train. So.
Yeah.
I love photography. I love wildlife. We go out, we go to nature reserves. I do nature photography. We just enjoy getting out for walks and things. That's where I go when I want to be, get away from it all. Although, to be fair, running your own business, I find it quite, like most people, I find it quite difficult to switch off. So, but environment is everything. And simply, I'm here sitting at our house in Surrey. When we go down to the apartment on Portsmouth Harbour, the energy is completely different. The whole feeling of changing that environment from one to the other is huge.
Yeah. If you're into photography and you've got some pictures of nature, maybe pop those onto the platform at some point. It'd be lovely to see some of those and to share that kind of peace and tranquility and that vibe. I understand, because sometimes I just go for a walk into town and you go past a lilac tree or something. It's like, oh, so pretty. Just take a photo of it and it's nice to share. Okay, well, thank you. Lovely to have that time with you today, Simon, and find that actually we are so very aligned on a very similar mission, wanting to help people to understand that they don't have to do it the way they've been currently doing it. So anybody that's watching, if they know of anyone in the fitness professional industry, maybe they would like to get in touch with Simon Wellsted. What's the best way to contact you, Simon?
Via the website is theintegratedfitpro.com.
Theintegratedfitpro.com. And is that the email as well, Simon at? Yeah,
Simon at theintegratedfitpro.com. Yeah, simple. Keep it simple. Always try to.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll see you at our BeCollaboration meeting soon, but thank you very much for coming along. Don't forget, if you're coming to a BeCollaboration meeting soon, we've got them at Hertford, Surrey, Liverpool on Friday, if you know anybody in the Liverpool area. That's the 17th of May is our launch, and the London meeting as well. Soon to be launching in Park Royal in September as well. So watch this space, a lot more meetings coming. If you can't get to a meeting, you can still join us on BeCollaboration Global on the Mighty Network. So if you just search for mightynetworks.com, go into that, and then search for BeCollaboration Global, and you'll find us. It's free to join at the moment, so go in there. You'll see some posts from Simon, you'll see some videos and posts from me and Okan and many of the other collaborators. Learn a little bit about collaboration, find out what we love to do, find out what's a bit tricky and how we overcome some problems. It'd just be lovely to have you there. So hopefully we'll be in touch soon and follow on with the next podcast next time. That's Jill Tiney and Simon Wellsted from the Journey of Possibility podcast by BeCollaboration. Thank you for listening.